that's where the concept came in, like how we can bring everything together and provide it in a format of time. Writing a book is a challenge, and then another challenge which we as Indians always face is challenging the status quo of the West. Right? So I think that's the biggest thing. Let's have a big applause for Baldev sir for making a dent into the ecosystem, and also kind of giving a new dance and a teach. I remember as a kid, we all, I think that's. But I don't know whether you are aware, your kids are now learning and they teach only about 8. So science is very interesting. Whatever we have learned, there could be a time where everything can completely change. And I really like that approach which Sir has brought in. Because today that notion has come that we are able to challenge the Western status quo, whatever they have published, undermining our Indian ethos or whatever we have created in the kind of a legacy. Maybe the content, maybe we manufacture also. A lot of Western countries undermine us. We made vaccines. They were not anticipating India to come up vaccines so soon. So we need more and more people like Baldev sir to challenge that status quo, to bring India on the top. Why? Because whoever is driving everything, we are going towards a direction. Now that direction has to have a right momentum and it should be on the right road.
Shreemati, a big scientist, and what should I say that everything is written in the book. So I thank you for inviting me, and I thank Cameraman and others for giving me a wonderful opportunity to be here. I never thought that I will have a mic and to speak, but once given the mic, we don't give it a basically a political scientist of human behavior. So therefore I think that with humble request, I would say that I won't speak much. I first of all congratulate you, because the earlier speaker, whatever he has said is absolutely right, that the Western world feels that they are great and India is only good in yoga, spirituality and other things and so on. But I think that science is based on observation. This is my limited knowledge. Observation, experimentation, and logic. Beyond that, I don't think there is
science enthusiast at the Royal Institute of Science, now Bhabha State University, Mumbai. Baldev Krishnan was already a rising star. He won back-to-back first prizes at science fair exhibitions in 1969 and 1970 for his innovative engineering solutions. Post-graduation, while working as a development officer, he contributed to the design of an automatic gun firing system for the Indian Army's Vijayanta tank, a project approved by the DRDO. In 1975, Baldev Krishnan founded
today, in fact, we are going to is supposed to communicate with all of you in about 30-40 minutes, the entire presentation, which is a very big challenge by itself. But before I proceed, before I want to go forward, I only want to say one thing, that one of the India's greatest astrophysicists, Madhav, just some galaxies are expanding, but it is every natural body is expanding from micro to macro level. Let's go forward. It says that it behaves like a living body, maintaining its temperature, density, and a fixed constant, including other ratios. Other ratio means something like, for example, pi is circumference upon radius. No, those ratios will not change. And how it is expanding? It is expanding by accretion. Now, what is accretion? Is by layer by layer. Go to the next. This needs a classroom discussion. So we just go on. इसका core concept क्या है? Core concept ये है कि that the universe is expanding at a continuously compounding rate. हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? It is expanding at a continuously compounding rate with a time factor of exponential time factor. क्या हो? समझो आपके पास 1 लाख रुपया है, 1 lakh. You go to the bank. It will be you make an FD of for 10 years. So 1 lakh in 1 year will give you 7,000 rupees, right? In 10 years will give you how much? Everyone will say 70,000, but it is not so. Because it is compound, they get about 90 and not 70. This is what I am trying to say. And that statistically is E यानी यूनिट कांस्टेंट है, जो एंटी लॉगरिथमिक से आता है. तो E कांस्टेंट से हम लोग जब उसको वर्कआउट करते हैं, R is the rate of interest, T is the time, there is the rate of interest, there is the time period, and E is the यूनिट कांस्टेंट. जब आप इसको ये दोनों चीजों को इंटीग्रेट करते हैं, you are getting the real constant which is part of the expanding universe. This provides a dynamic framework for all micro to macro.
This is something. And sir, last 3 days we are playing with the universe. Last 3 days in NCPA beyond Higgs boson particles. That is, how is those work by Ashutosh Goswal are released in NCPA 2 days back. Yesterday with Suhas we had a very good talk in IIT about the origin of the cosmic origin of this universe. And today again we are dealing with the universe. This expansion organic way that it behaves almost like a light, and this is what is the ultimate thing that sir is trying to tell. Just try to get into something that he had put into the preamble. The preamble was how the universe has come. It is the Big Bang, and while coming here,
it's very motivating and very inspiring to us. But I wanted to ask you कि behind this research and this transformation journey, आपका क्या inspiration था and इस research को आपने दिखाया? Sonalika, and I'm from Moulding. आपका DIT student, but Sonalika is not
पहली बात तो ये है कि this is when I worked for last 25 years, such a presentation cannot happen overnight. It is a build-up of last 25 years that I can want to work. And see, I have been always a scientific mind, always questions. See, science is not something a monopoly of anybody. Science, if suppose you find that there is a flaw or something which is not right, and if you have a capacity to correct it, and if you are able to explain to the world with proof, then the world can accept it. Ultimately, science, as I said, is not a monopoly of anybody. Over a period of time, earlier people thought that world, Earth is the center of the universe. Then they came Sun as the center of the universe. Then all these things are gone because they have been able to prove it that it is not so. So similarly, I mean, if you are able to prove that what has been considered so far and what have not been considered, I have given the facts today what have not been considered. So the future people, scientists and people who they are trying to find out from carbon dating and other methods. So these are the things that can show much. And earth-moon, I think this is the best. इससे और बढ़िया क्या हो सकता है? अगर मून रिसर्च कर रहा है, तो टेक्निकली तो हम उसको एक्सपेंशन करेंगे. What next?
हेलो सर, फर्स्टली कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन सर. और ये भी बोलना चाहूँगी कि जो हमारे इंडियन साइंटिस्ट है उनको कहीं ना कहीं वो मौका
थोड़ा लाउड.
हमारे जो इंडियन साइंटिस्ट है या कॉस्मोलॉजिस्ट है उनको इतना ज़्यादा मतलब बाहर नहीं वैल्यू मिलता है जितना विदेश के साइंटिस्ट होते हैं. तो मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन ये है कि आपका जो थ्योरी है उस पर
ओके. तो सर ने राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग कहा था कि इतना आसान नहीं है. दिस जर्नी इज नॉट इजी. ओके. सब एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगाएंगे टू शो हाउ इट इज अ फेलियर. एंड वी हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर ऑल दिस. क्योंकि जिन्होंने एमएससी उसी में किया है, जिन्होंने पीएचडी उसमें किया है, वो अगले दिन आपको बोले कि मैं ये सब अपना निकाल रहा हूँ और मैं तुम्हारी थ्योरी एक्सेप्ट कर रहा हूँ, तो वो आने के लिए समय लगेगा. सो ये दिस इज नेचुरल यूनिवर्स एक्सपांशन है एंड नेचुरल रिजेक्शन इज आल्सो ए नेचुरल थिंग. लेकिन जर्नलिस्ट कैन प्ले अ लॉट ऑफ रोल इन दिस. नाउ इफ यू क्रिएट something which communicates to the right audience, to the right ISRO people, and if those people start discussing that these people are giving this, let us try it out. Now if I write, there will be hundreds of letters going to them directly. But when it starts going as a news, okay, then the people start taking it. So you have a very special role to promote it, and that's why I called for a press conference. I said that let the social media, let the world at least put that thought into their mind, so that they are able to again think about it, okay, as a group, and then start taking it as part of the experiment. So that's
सर वन मोर क्वेश्चन.
yeah.
वैसे तो मैं साइंटिस्ट नहीं हूँ और कुछ इतना नॉलेज नहीं है, लेकिन जितना आपका थ्योरी मैंने अभी देखा, जैसे हबल्स लॉ का जो बेसिक थ्योरी था वो आपने उसमें कंपाउंड थ्योरी से उसको एक नया आयाम दिया. सेकेंडली आपने सोलर और इक्लिप्स के बारे में जो बताया कि जैसे जैसे है तो और आने वाले हजारों सालों में ये होगा ही, इक्लिप्स
होगा.
लेकिन
हमने कहा कि वो पर फ्यूचर है. अगर एक्चुअली आप देखोगे तो महाभारत के टाइम पे उन्होंने एक्लिप्स बताया था.
यस तो रामायण काल पे भी था. सर मेरा ये कहना है
वो आज भी है और ऐसे हजारों साल और है. हजारों नहीं मतलब परपेचुअल है.
एक ये मेरा पर्सनल थॉट है. जैसे अपनी ह्यूमन बॉडी है, तो जैसे हमारी ह्यूमन बॉडी ग्रो कर रही है तो हमारा जो स्किन, जो हमारा अपर लेयर है, मतलब हमारा जो सरफेस है उसका ग्रोइंग स्पीड ज़्यादा है, लेकिन जो हमारा इंटरनल लेवल के ऑर्गन्स है उनकी ग्रोइंग स्पीड कहीं ना कहीं उसमें से उसके मैचिंग में कहीं अंतर है. कहीं ऐसा कॉस्मोस में भी तो नहीं है कि जो हम देख रहे हैं वो ओनली सरफेस है, उसके अंदर डीपर 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 उसके जो सिम्टम्स होंगे वो कुछ अलग होंगे.
देखिए वो हर एक चीज का अपना स्केल है. ठीक है. और फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक छोटा बच्चा होता है, ये जस्ट बॉर्न, तो उसका लीवर का साइज, किडनी का साइज अलग लेगा, आँखी का साइज अलग लेगा. बट एज इट ग्रोज, अगर आँखें बढ़ती है तो उसका जो फॉल है जिसके अंदर वो सॉकेट है उसको भी बढ़ना पड़ेगा. ओके. आपका नोज बढ़ना पड़ेगा, आपका टीथ बढ़ना पड़ेगा, और इन सब का जो स्केल है, प्रोग्राम स्केल है, उसी के हिसाब से सब बढ़ पड़ेगा. ऐसा नहीं कि एक दांत एकदम बड़ा हो गया, एक पैर लंबा हो गया, एक पैर छोटा हो गया. एवरीथिंग एक्सपांड्स टू द राइट प्रोग्राम एक्टिविटी. ओके. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. उसका स्केल जो है वो स्केल के ऊपर रहता है और उसको हम लोग ग्रुप कांस्टेंट कहते हैं. दैट इज द रेशियोज आर मेंटेन्ड देयर इन दैट.
That both is once scientifically very closer to Earth, and now
Not scientifically, physically.
right. So now it's
Law. Law means it is fundamental. And when it is fundamental, there is no question asked for. ये ऐसा क्यों हुआ? Okay. A law is a law. A law of gravitation is attraction. Why two bodies are attracted to one? You cannot ask the question. It is a law of gravitation. time to get information from there, it is 100 years. तो आपको भाषा information मिल रहा है आपको, you are not getting current information. Okay, current information is from the closer body, and moon is a closer body. Are you aware of it that moon is influencing every person, you, me, everyone? The ladies get their periods based on that. The ये जो high tide, low tide, everything is based on moon. So moon is a very active center. It is not that कि भाई वहाँ से एक बार some other celestial body came, it tanked the earth, and half of the earth went and became moon. It is not like that. It is a two body system. In fact, मेरा next book आएगा, which is almost complete, right? कि what is the significance of our gods? जो our madam ने जैसे कहा था कि spiritualism is something in which you cannot ask question, okay? Because that is given to you. If you ask question, then it becomes science, and if you are able to reply, it becomes science. But if you cannot ask, now they have addressed the audience, which is Govind audience. Now, for example, if I
Constant.
ma'am, as I said, that it has come from the moon, earth moon. Moon is recessing at the rate of 3.8 centimeters per year. Now this is NASA's fact sheet. You can open it right now on your mobile and have a look at it. And it is 3.8 centimeters per year. It is recessing. And at what distance? Earth moon distance. What is the distance? 3,78,000 kilometers. Now when 3,78,000 kilometers you extrapolate to 1 MPC, you get 98.288 kilometers per second. This is how you are getting. So it is an extrapolation of Earth moon distance related to the velocity with which the moon is moving. Okay. I think yes. So I was expecting one from you.
No, because it was interesting. I was like, it's so inspiring, and thank you for making me part of this historic day. It's meant to bring the people.
Hello?
So sir, my question was, when you showed that, the Hubble's constant, and there was one point where that 70 and your, in your case, it was matching, and then it was accelerating. So this number will keep on changing.
That was
It will evolve.
3.37.
So as of now, it's what you have arrived, the value, but it will evolve.
As time will pass, it will accelerate further.
Correct.
And that is what exactly the observations are.
Right.
The observations, if you go into the accelerating universe space, you
Yes.
put a question there, is space accelerating? So
Correct.
you get those answers back from the Google itself.
Right. So I think that's what, like 3.8 centimeters of moon is also going to evolve.
Yeah. It is also going to accelerate over a period of time. Not going to be 3.8 all the time, but it's going to accelerate. But that period is long. It will be about 200 million years.
Right.
You and I know.
For the closer celestial bodies, it might be smaller rate.
Scale. I'm talking
At
about
a
the
scale,
scale.
correct.
And
And
when you talk about constant is per MPC.
correct,
So when you talk per MPC, ये जितना distance होगा उसके हिसाब से होगा.
correct. Thank you.
अभी आप इसी को ले लीजिए 98.2 1 MPC, इसी को वहीं से बिठाइए, आपको 3.8 सेंटीमीटर मिल जाएगा.
Right.
नहीं, मैं वही आपसे कह रहा था कि eclipses are perpetual because the ratios don't change. क्या change हो रहा है? It is moving away. So that is a common thinking at the moment. So that's what I'm saying. That what my theory gives you is that eclipse is perpetual. It will happen all the time. Why? Because when Earth is moving away, Earth is also moving away from Sun. Moon is because they are all operated on no cost. We can discuss this, you can see my board.
So now I hand over to Amit.
जो वो लोग कर रहे हैं वो अर्ली बिजनेस का है, तो उसके अंदर इसमें थोड़ा डिफरेंस आया है, लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ कि लेट इट बी प्रॉपरली टेस्टेड बाय द साइंटिफिक वर्ल्ड, और वो उसके अंदर से जो उनको दे विल बी एबल टू वेरीफाई, बिकॉज हमने जो डेटा दिया है वो नासा के दिख रहा है, तो नासा के डेटा से कैलकुलेशन हमने
सर ये रिसर्च दिख रहा है, कितना समय लगा आपको?
25 साल, मैं 25 साल से हुआ।
और सर क्या क्या चैलेंजेस आए हैं?
बहुत चैलेंजेस आए हैं मेरे को, बट इट वॉज मोर लाइक मोर चैलेंजेस केम द मोर कॉन्फिडेंट लाइक
तो आपका
गूगल में जाएगी और उनको पूछेंगे कि भाई स्पेस के ऊपर क्या है, तो यही हबल कॉन्सेप्ट के ऊपर ही वो क्योंकि अभी तक उनको ऑल्टरनेटिव कोई मिला नहीं, तो ये जो मैं प्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ वो ऑल्टरनेटिव कैलकुलेशन, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि एक्सपांशन नहीं हो रहा है, मैं कह रहा हूँ एक्सपांशन हो रहा है, लेकिन उनका जो कैलकुलेशन है वो कैलकुलेशन इज इम्प्रूव कैलकुलेशन में मैंने कहा, और वो आज के तारीख का एक्सपांशन है, और वो जो बता रहे हैं वो अर्ली यूनिवर्स का है, और वो भी मैंने किया है 3.5 बिलियन ईयर्स का।
सर एक लेखक किताब रिसर्च करता है तो अपने खुद के अनुभव को भी उसमें डालता है, उसके साथ साथ उनसे जो करीबी लोग रहते हैं उनसे भी कुछ
ये बराबर है, लेकिन
कुछ लोगों का
ये साइंस के अंदर जो फिक्शन एरिया होता है उसके अंदर बहुत सारे लोगों का ये फिक्शन है, ये बिल्कुल साइंस है, हार्डकोर साइंस है। हार्डकोर साइंस में आपको एक्सपेरिमेंट्स है, आप क्यों ये फिगर पे आए, कैसे फिगर पे आए, उसका क्या है, प्रमाण क्या है, तो वो सब चीज़ों को कवर किया जाता है। तो उसके लिए मैंने दिया है, मैंने नासा का फैक्ट शीट अगर आप देखेंगे मूल का, तो उसके ऊपर जो डेटा है उन्हीं डेटा विच इज़ द मोस्ट ऑथेंटिक है।
सर आगे फ्यूचर में क्या हम देखेंगे कि कुछ कोलैबोरेशन हो नासा
मैं देखिए वो मैंने आपसे कहा था कि अगर मीडिया उसको उठाता है तो दोस्त पीपल विल स्टार्ट रोकेगा कि कुछ ना कुछ है ही यहाँ पर, इंडिविजुअली अगर मैं जाता हूँ तो उनको तो 100 चिट्ठियाँ रोज आती हैं। सो दैट इज वाई आई फील दैट मीडिया कैन प्ले अ बिग रोल इन सीइंग दैट दिस रीचेज द राइट ऑडियंस, रीचेज द राइट साइंटिफिक माइंड्स, so that they are able to at least look into it, कम से कम देखे तो सही मैं क्या हूँ।
किस भाषा में रिलीज किया है?
हाँ जी,
इस बुक को कौन से पब्लिकेशन इसको
मेरा
प्रकाशित किया?
हमारी अपनी देखिए ये मैं पब्लिक को फ्री दे रहा हूँ, मेरे वेबसाइट के ऊपर फ्री पोस्टेड है, आप वहाँ पर जाकर यू कैन ओपन इट एंड यू कैन रीड द होल, तो इसका मैंने कॉस्ट नहीं रखा है, ये मेरी गिविंग टू द सोसाइटी। I have not made it from earning point of view, I have made it from giving knowledge to